Hey, what's up everyone? Doing more TJCTF, and I had a very funny or I guess not very intuitive, I was kind of just playing around to see if it worked, solution for this challenge called Guess Again. So what happens if you press the button? That is it. That's our description. And then it has a link to an Excel spreadsheet to download. So let's do that here. And I don't actually have the licensed version of Microsoft Excel or anything like that. So I get this mean, ugly pop-up saying, hey, sign in to get started with Excel. So I can sign in or create an account, or I can close Excel. I don't want to do either of those things. So I'll just hit the escape key, and that will actually close out of that window. And let me resize this to make it a little bit easier to read. We see the placeholder flag, like this fake text. If I actually grab this and copy and paste it inside of here, it will tell us that this will not work. That flag is incorrect. So there's something else going on. So if I come back to the Excel sheet and I click the button to check for a flag, nothing is really happening. I'm not sure if I had actual working version of Excel, would something go on here? I don't have a licensed product or anything. So I downloaded this and I imported it into Google Sheets, like Google's free version of Excel. And I tried interacting with it that way. However, nothing really took place. Nothing really happened for me there either. So instead, I took to the best tool, just Bash in the Linux command line and terminal, something I'm much more comfortable in, and I'd much rather use a terminal over any Microsoft product anyway. So I have the file here, the challenge.xlsm. I don't know what the M stands for. I don't know if that's Microsoft saying this is a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet or what have you, but we can list it out. We can look at the file size and everything like that. It is executable. I wonder what happens if I just try to run it. Okay, I can't. It's not an ELF file, so of course that didn't work. So if we look at the magic header, we do see PK. And if you watch any of the previous videos, you know that means it is a zip file format. It's a zip archive. So what if I just ran binwalk on this? I was kind of just curious. I was playing around. If I run binwalk, it does say this is a zip archive and there are 14 files in it, totaling this size, 21,458 bytes. So I'm like, okay, let's just go with it. Let's do a binwalk attack E to extract, and let's just try to extract any data that's in here. So we do get this message, extraction of zip data at this offset was completed successfully. So if I do an LS, I will get a new extractions folder that I can navigate into, and I can peek around. It does print out the base Excel sheet that we have here. We can do like a diff, or we see it's a symbolic link. But if we want to be extra, we can compare, like, all right, there's nothing different between those two. For whatever reason, it just creates a symlink to what the original file was. So let's navigate into this extracted directory, offset 0, and let's look around. So there are a few different things here. I have no idea what any of them are, but we know the flag format, right? We know it's TJCTF. For every single flag in this challenge, we know it's going to be prepended with this. So let's get a little fancy. Let's do some grep commands. So I'm going to change up my terminal prompt just because my command will be a little bit long and I want everyone to be able to see it. So now I'll make my terminal this and zoom in a little bit. So now we can do our grep. I'm going to do grep tac R for recursive, L to print out the file, and let's do TJCTF dot on the current directory. So it comes back with two results, a .xml file and then a .bin file. So if I just grep for TJCTF and take out the L will print the file name. Without that, it will just print out the results. So let me zoom out a little bit. I'm a little too zoomed in. If we scroll up, it is highlighted here in red. We see TJCTF, and we see that fake flag, that placeholder flag from earlier. So this is not what we want there. But that's the only instance of TJCTF inside that XML file. But if we look right here on the very last line, it might be a little hard to notice. grep is printing out an error statement or a message saying that binary file, VBA project.bin, binary file matches. So by default, grep will not actually look inside and print out the contents of a binary file. You do have to do a tac a, lowercase a. Process a binary file as if it were text. This is equivalent to the tac binary files equals text option. So we can hit our up arrow, and then we can do, let's do this again. If we just want to look for TJCTF in that binary file, let's do grep TJCTF. We need a tac a saying, hey, treat this binary as text, and let's just give it this. We hit enter, and it prints out a lot of garbage. It's a lot of characters that are hard to read. They're not formatted correctly. We see here the words incorrect, TJCTF, flag must start with TJCTF and end with a closing curly brace. Okay, we knew that. We see something that looks like the start of a flag or start of a message, but can it run Doom? Okay, so in computing and programming and I guess game hacking, stuff like that, it's a very fun, I guess, meme, inside joke. I'm not sure what you call it at this point. If something can run a program, it can probably run Doom, which is a video game. So it doesn't matter if it's a computer, a smartphone, a smart oven. If it has some type of computer processor and like graphical display, someone will probably get Doom to run on it. Because Doom is a super optimized and very well written game from I think the 80s or the 90s, before my time either way. So this looks like the start of the flag. We can keep looking around. We see something right here saying flag correct, and it's right next to can it run Doom. So that's like a good indicator saying, hey, this might be the flag. It's worth a try. So I'm just going to grab this and copy it while we look around. We see some attribute names, and we see TJCTF, blank or writes. It must start with this. So it looks like a lot of garbage. We see something here that says fake flag down here at the bottom. So that's probably not it. So let's close out of our terminal and let's come back to the browser and let's slam in the flag there. I guess I never actually copied it. Let's grab this. Oh my God, this formatting looks terrible. And now we can submit. And it says I already solved the challenge because I did, but that's how I solved it. I'd be curious to see how other people did it. I'm not sure what that button does. I don't have Excel. I probably never will have Excel unless like work is providing it, right? But that's how I did it. This is under the reverse engineering category of challenges. So it never hurts to run grep or strings or even just hex dump or bin walk. It never hurts to run these low-hanging fruit kind of tools just to figure out what file format are you even dealing with. So I'm gonna keep playing and keep cranking on with different TJCTF levels. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these series. It kind of takes us back to the earlier days of the channel. No camera, no funny business, just CTFs and computer security, computer science, stuff like that. So take it easy, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.